Sim 1 and I decided to go ahead and do Capra Demon. I really didn't want to. I already went through and opened up the shortcut from the Burg to the lower Burg. If you're entering through this shortcut, you pretty much have to take these guys out before you go. The lower Undead Burg is pretty brutal for an archer. The dogs are awful. I think everyone hates the dogs as any kind of character, but they're especially brutal for a bow user. My rule of thumb is just get behind them. That's sometimes easier said than done, but once you get behind them, you're free to take a shot. If anyone out there is doing a playthrough kind of like this, you probably ought to have the composite bow by now. If you haven't gone through New Lander Ruins to get it, you'll want to do it before Lower Undead Burg. Because I'm pretty sure the short bow cannot one-shot the dogs, and being able to one-shot them is very important. I could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure a +5 short bow wouldn't do it, but it might. I haven't actually tested it. And of course that depends on what kind of challenge you're doing. If you're not doing this exact kind of challenge, and you're leveling dexterity, then I'm sure it would work. The Hollow Thieves are kind of a pain. For the same reason pretty much every other hollow enemy with a shield is a pain. They're a little better than, say, the Boulder Knights, because they do have more openings. They throw knives, which of course is free damage. They tend to use their Estus a lot, so if you hit them once, you're probably going to hit them again. Hugging the left wall here is great for aggroing the dog before getting the hollow soldiers on your ass. It's very important because you don't want to be dealing with a dog with 3 hollow soldiers, or hollow thieves. As you can see, I'm being very cautious. These are weak enemies, yeah, but if you're trying to do Lower Undead Burg with a bow, you gotta be patient. Good hits. Don't forget there's one more dog at the end. I often do forget. I wanted to bring him back to the larger area so I had more room to maneuver around him. You're pretty much taking a risk. Unless they're at a long range like that, you're pretty much taking a risk if you're trying to shoot without being about 180 degrees behind them. Alright, everyone's favorite boss, Capra Demon. Being able to kill a dog like that right off the bat is really lucky. As you can see, I died. The small arena of the Capra Demon means if you get hit by a dog once, it's a pretty sure thing you're gonna get hit again immediately. Which means you take bleed damage, which means you almost die. Or in my case, you do die. Couldn't kill the dog right off the bat that time. At this point, I was waiting around for the second dog to come at me, but I couldn't even tell where he was. I realized he was probably stuck somewhere, but I waited around for a little while just to be sure. I didn't want to be in the middle of fighting the Capra Demon only for the dog to get unstuck right then. I finally decided to just take advantage of it and kill the Capra. And if you're good at iframe dodging, or if you're not terrible at iframe dodging, you can just sit here and, on the rare occasion that the Capra actually tries to attack, just dodge into the wall or something. And there's the dog. So yeah, the thing that everyone says about the Capra Demon fight, oh, it's not the Capra Demon, it's the dogs that make it hard. That goes double for an archer character, I would say. I guess I didn't really give much advice for that fight. I guess the best advice would be use your iframes whenever you can and kill the dogs as fast as you can. Nothing special to it really. Just be good. Not that I'm implying I'm good, I did die once. I'm proceeding down to the depths now. I had never seen that happen before, so it kind of took me off guard. It's kind of silly. Dead on accuracy. I wanted to clear out a few of the tables up here so I had more room to maneuver. I planned on bringing some of the dogs up here if I had to. Pretty much every time I've tried, if you shoot an arrow at that butcher, she will run into the water below, rather than coming to you. I don't really get why. And of course I almost die due to just a stupid decision. Not even a missed dodge roll or anything like that. I mean, I knew the butcher was right next to me, but I really wanted to kill the dog for some reason. So I have 2 dogs aggroed, well, 1 now. Fortunately, the pathfinding on the butchers is pretty awful, so as long as I'm up here, I'm pretty safe. The butchers themselves are some of the easiest enemies in the game, but you're gonna see me get hit a few more times by them because I'm stupid. I went ahead and freed Laurentius, despite the fact that I can't use any pyromancy in this run. Speaking of which, I cut out after this because I remembered I forgot to save Griggs from the lower Undead Burg, which I want to do again, even though I can't actually use anything he gives. That's it.